In a dramatic twist that sent shockwaves through both the hip-hop world and Hollywood, Big Meech has allegedly lashed out at 50 Cent in explosive retaliation, physically confronting the rap mogul after discovering that the rumors about his son, Lil Meech, being sabotaged from the BMF series were true, not knowing it was all orchestrated to give Big Meech himself the principal role in the show. Let that sink in. One of the most influential street legends alive, whose name alone holds power in both the music industry and the criminal underworld, turned violent when he found out that 50 Cent, a man he once called brother, had manipulated the entire narrative around his son. And the wildest part? The very sabotage that sent Lil Meech spiraling out of the limelight was actually done with the intention of making Big Meech the star of the show. But the damage was already done, and when Meech Sr. found out, it was too late. He didn't want to roll. He wanted revenge. Let's rewind this story, because to understand the depth of this moment, you gotta grasp the loyalty, the betrayal, the legacy at stake, and the psychological warfare 50 Cent played in orchestrating one of the most cunning TV power moves ever made. We already know the first part of the saga. 50 Cent publicly admitted to sabotaging Lil Meech, his own protege and the lead actor in the BMF series, by fabricating an overdose and staging a fake rehab stint. Why? Because he wanted to recast. He needed a clean narrative. And rather than publicly fire Lil Meech, who carried not just his father's legacy, but the show's emotional core, 50 built a false narrative that would justify pushing him out. He said it was a hard business decision, but that didn't make it right. Lil Meech stayed silent for months, humiliated and exiled from the spotlight. Fans believed he was battling addiction. Studios stopped calling. He was branded another young star who couldn't handle fame. It was a calculated character assassination. And 50 Cent? He went on with the show, until the guilt, or maybe the pressure, forced him to confess. He publicly apologized. But the internet exploded. Not because of the apology, but because of the coldness, the manipulation, the ruthlessness. And now enters Big Meech. You see, what many don't realize is that Big Meech, the original Black Mafia family kingpin, serving a decades-long sentence in federal prison, is still very much plugged in. He's respected, feared, and connected. He's a legend whose legacy has only grown behind bars. And his relationship with 50 Cent was once built on mutual respect. 50 was given the rights to tell his story. He was entrusted with portraying the truth, honoring the family. And for a time, he did just that. But when news broke, when 50 Cent's own words confirmed that Lil Meech's downfall was orchestrated, not organic, Big Meech didn't stay silent. At first, it started with rumors from inside. Inmates close to Meech said he was livid, that he punched walls, cursed out guards, even went days without speaking. He felt betrayed, not just for what 50 had done to his son, but for how he used his story as a prop in a TV drama, the ultimate disrespect. And when it was leaked that 50's real reason for doing it was to set up a transition, where Big Meech himself would somehow take over the series in a reimagined, through his own eyes narrative, that was the final straw. Think about it. Big Meech never asked for a role. He's behind bars. He didn't need fame. What he wanted, what he expected, was loyalty, honor, respect. And when he found out that 50 had crushed his son's spirit to build a story arc around him, he snapped. And then the unthinkable happened. During a private visit to a facility in Atlanta, where 50 Cent was reportedly involved in a behind-the-scenes documentary segment for Season 3 of BMF, he came face-to-face with someone he wasn't expecting, Big Meech himself. Sources say the Bureau of Prisons had granted Meech temporary release under a special arrangement to record interviews for a docu-series about the rise of BMF, a project 50 Cent was co-producing. It was meant to be a quiet, supervised session, but nothing went as planned. Multiple eyewitnesses say that when Meech laid eyes on 50, the room went cold. No greetings, no dap, no handshake, just raw, boiling energy. And then it exploded. One punch. That's all it took. Big Meech reportedly launched into 50 with a fury that had been building for months. Security rushed in. Staff intervened. But the damage was done. 50 hit the ground. He wasn't expecting it. No one was. It was a rare moment when the man known for always being 2 steps ahead got caught completely off guard. There's no footage, There's no official record, but insiders swear happened. And shortly after, the production meeting was canceled, the Doka series shelved. 50 Cent disappeared from social media for 3 days, and when he came back, he didn't mention Meech. Not once. Just posted vague quotes about learning from mistakes and dealing with consequences. So now the question is, where does this story go from here? Because let's be real, this isn't just celebrity drama. This is generational pain. This is a story about a father who trusted a man to protect his son, and instead watched him be destroyed. This is about legacy, betrayal, and the violent aftermath when truth comes to light. Lil Meech, for his part, has reportedly reconnected with his father. Sources say the two are speaking more than ever, strategizing, rebuilding. Meech Jr. is focused on his music, trying to carve out an identity outside the BMF shadow. He hasn't commented on the attack, but his recent Instagram post spoke volumes. Blood before business. Always. As for 50 Cent, his empire is still intact, but there's a crack in the armor. For the first time, people are questioning whether he went too far, whether his obsession with power, with storytelling, with control, cost him something he can't get back: respect.